Alright guys, how are we? So I'm just heading out the door to go into Clonmel and meet one of my clients, Conor, who is travelling down from Limerick today to train push with me in Extreme. So a lovely rainy day here in Ireland. I actually thought the weather was going to be very similar to the UK when I came home. In actual fact, it was the complete fucking opposite. So I only brought home 2 jumpers and 1 pair of tracksuit pants. And since I've got home, it's been fucking rainy and freezing. I've just been living in those exact same tracksuit pants and jumpers. So definitely not the wisest move for me to do that, but normally I pack extremely heavy. So I'm trying to learn to pack a little bit lighter, but it's always the times I pack lighter that something like this ends up happening. So maybe I should just continue to pack heavy. But anyway, I'm running slightly behind schedule. I should probably be in on time, but on time for me is 15 minutes early. Anyone who knows me will know that motto. It's a motto I live by. So gonna head into town now. I'm meeting him in Costa for a coffee beforehand. So we're gonna have a coffee, have a little bit of a chat and a catch up about how prep is going for him, etc, etc. Eat our pre-workout meals, chill out for a little bit, and then we will head into the gym to train push. So it should be a good session. I'm just gonna run with like what his session is today because I don't really have a session to follow now that I am at home. But we'll try and meet halfway, do a couple of exercises that suit us both, and then hopefully I'll be able to take him upstairs afterwards. Hopefully there's no spinning classes on or anything like that, so I'll be able to use the room upstairs to run through a couple of rounds of posing. So stay tuned guys, I'll try and get a couple of clips while I'm in there, but don't want to be too distracted by the workout as well. But better get on the road and we'll touch base soon. We have just landed in the gym. I am going to run through Conor's session today. Thankfully, a lot of the machines here are very similar to what he uses in Munster Pro, so we're going to be able to follow his session exactly. Say hello there, Conor. He's a little bit out of focus, but we'll change the settings in a while and we'll get his physique in properly. So starting off with the incline hamstring press, and then what do we have then after that?
Shoulder press, split machine, and then we've got flat press, pec deck, ladder raises, and triceps.
Beautiful, lovely session, lovely session. So game time, I'm not going to do too much talking. I'll just set the camera up, record a couple of sets, and then we'll catch up at the end of the workout when the both of us are looking pumped and juicy. Conor's just actually off the back of his deload and diet break, so I've been feeding him up hard for the week, so he's going to be full as a house.
Yep.
Good.
Easy. Yep. Yes, come on. Let's do more now. Drive. Yes.
I normally do all my flies before my main presses though.
Yeah.
Just, it reduces the loading on those presses a little bit. I just feel like I like getting a little bit of blood flow, or it kind of helps me prevent the injuries a little bit, but right, I'll just call him out and I'll just stand here. So front relaxed. Yeah, definitely don't look too flat now anyway, mate. You're going to have to work on that endurance.
Yeah.
And you're going to have to stop holding your breath as well.
Really?
In between some of the poses, yeah. Like hold your breath when you're doing the pose, but then when you turn around and you're like doing the abs and thigh, you just got up and you're like, you couldn't even breathe out because you were gassed out, right? So you need to practice when you're going to be breathing out, when you're going to be breathing in between those poses and just holding them for longer, right? I think looking at your poses now as well, try to make sure, like, do you want to set up your legs, right? And you're hitting that back double bicep, right? From there, there's no need to go, oh, and let go of the pose and then hit the back lat spread again. You won't even have time to do that on stage, right? They'll all be in their back lat spread already by the time that happens. So like, set your legs up first and hit your upper body poses, and then just like keep everything really locked in place. Like always just like legs up when you're doing that. And then just in the transitions, just trying to get a little bit more fluid in those transitions into getting into the position that you need to get in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So right, we'll go through another couple of rounds. So, and step forward here. I might actually just pull this bike forward a little bit. Right, so yeah, front relaxed. Good, yeah. Quarter turn to the right. So here, right, try and keep your two shoulders in line as much as possible. And again, like, think about this cue I give you, where your hands are in your pocket and you're just turning around. So like try and then bring that like right around towards, right? And then just bring this back a little bit and almost keep this out a little bit, almost like a broom. So you're going like this now, right? So square up,
yeah,
right? But lean forward, you get me? So midsection nice and tight. Yeah, there we go, that's better, right? Try and just like come around like this, okay? Just scoop into it almost in a way. Yeah, you can see that a lot better, right? And turn, midsection, down, nice and tight. Yeah, that's better. You really just have to try and get like as much width on that as possible. So like turn the whole way around. I think it's just like your mobility isn't like the best in that position, right? It's that's so that, yeah, I know you need to just kind of practice that, because I think like when you're getting here, you're okay, right? And for you to get the whole way around, what happens is you're losing the tightness in your midsection. So you think about coming around and almost crunch into this side. You get me? Like you're almost like lean forward. So it all starts with your foot, right? So see the way this front toe is forward?
Yeah.
You almost need to lean into this, okay? So what you're doing is leaning forward onto the ball of your foot, tensing the glute, keeping all the pressure on this outside leg. And then from there, right, almost keep that lean forward, like you're Michael Jackson doing Smooth Criminal. And then just come around like that. Back.
Shit.
Get me? And just keep the tightness on the leg then, right? But don't come too, you're coming like this, right? Look, get the chest up, yeah. Yeah, that's better. Show me that now from the front. Yeah, better. And you just have to practice that. So almost, just lean yourself into it. And then just think about twisting at the torso as much as possible, yeah. And try and just like tighten that glute here, right? And then when your legs are in position, like it's just a twist. Yeah, there we go. Just need to square up. You're still coming back into this shoulder a little bit, right? So you're still leaning back. So don't lean back, lean forward into it. Do you get me? Yeah, there we go. That's better. Yeah, that's way better, Conor. So you just need to kind of practice hitting it like that. Because when you're bringing this arm back, right? So when you're standing here, you're trying to think about bringing this arm back, don't lean back into it like that. Do you get me? Like just twist at the hips and just try and get this completely squared off. So think about keeping your two shoulders in line. Do you get me? See the way my shoulders are just straight up the top. And it depends like what way your physique is. Like for me, right, I don't like hitting it like that with my arms straight. I like to actually bend my arm because it helps me just keep my shoulder elevated a little bit. You know? So I like try it in both variations. Right, again. There we go. Yeah, and that's a little bit of a better crunch down into your oblique as well. Yeah, lovely stuff. Right, quarter turn to the right, get that back relaxed. So yeah, legs first. Yeah, good. Yeah, that back is coming now. Quarter turn to the right, right? So you're doing that as well? The wobbling, the shaking, right? So just try and like push the knees out. Tense through the glutes.
Did I see someone, they said
Tense,
50% or something like that?
Like 50%, half tense. Like if you're in shape, you shouldn't even have to tense, right? So like I'll get in, like when I'm hitting my back relaxed and I get my feet and I just go down and out. And what I actually do is I only tense my glutes, right? So I have a small bit of pressure through my quads, most of the pressure through my glutes, just so I can keep my glutes still. And then like, I don't tense anything up here. Like this is loose. I'm just going like that, right? Like I'm holding this like super light up there. So I just like think about pushing through the glutes.
Yeah.
That's all. So just push through the glutes on that one. But like get the feet nice and flat. Do you know what I mean? Like think about tripod, right? So like you're doing a leg press, through the balls of your feet, your toe and your heels, and then just knees out, okay? So squat down into it a little bit, tense through the glutes. Yeah, and then backing up. See, that's way better, no wobble whatsoever. You just need to practice that. Yeah. Yeah. Right, so you're still leaning back a little bit. So again, right forward, toes are the wrong way around. So get your right foot forward. And again, look, push through this, lean forward, push through that glute, tense that glute, right? And then now, keep that. Yeah, there we go, see, way better. Yeah, that's way better, Conor. Much, much better, good. And don't let that midsection go. Stay on it, stay tensing it. Do you do any vacuum work?
No.
Start doing it.
Yeah.
Every single morning. So when you wake up in the morning, right, just literally like lean over your sink and just like, and hold it for as long as you can. At the start, nothing's going to move. You're not even going to be able to, you're going to feel like you're going to die. But do it like rounds. Yeah. 3, 4, 5 rounds every single morning. It'll probably take you a full month before you'll even feel like you can get anything in. But start working on it now because it makes a big difference. Like when you're coming like this, even just controlling it and keeping it nice and tight. But I can see in between your shots, like the stomach is kind of getting let out and stuff like that. And you don't have the biggest blockiest abs. So you need to control that midsection so it's nice and tight. And it's just, you know, you can't be leaving a hang out in between the poses. So get on those vacuums, start doing those every morning. They're tough going, but. Right, yeah, front double. Good. Breathe out. Lovely stuff. Right, so when you hit this, right, try and think about getting the chest up and spreading the lats out. Okay? Just open nice and wide on that and get the elbows up and in. Because you kind of tuck like this on your back double and your front double. You kind of get up like this. So try and bring the elbows forward. Right? Almost think about this, right? See the way my arms on the side here? Almost think about bringing your elbows kind of forward a little bit. Almost like tucking them forward. Yeah. Up. Yeah, good. Because you got big triceps too and you want to show those. There we go. Hold, hold, hold. Good. Right. Front lats right. And again, don't leave off the legs. Right? Like you're hitting that front double. You're straight up, right? Just keep the legs on. Keep them on. Right? Don't take them off. So like, it's just that transition between the poses. You don't need to transition there. And I know you're like, holding there. Right? And you're letting it go. You're not taking your check-in photos. You're on stage, so you need to nail that down, right? But even when you do take your check-in photos, like do it like a round of check-ins. So I might start getting you to send me a video with your check-in, just so I can see what you're doing, and so that you can practice it. Because you know when I'm showing you like my check-in videos of like what I'm doing, you know, you can see that like I'm going kind of through the poses and trying to take as little steps as you can. You know, like try and get into the habit of that. Maybe think about it a little bit more. Like say for example, when you're hitting your quarter turn, right? And I go, right, front double bicep. Try and just go. Just 2 steps. And then, boom. You know? just minimize the time you're spending between things rather than just going, and then, do you know what I mean? Because they call it really quick when you're on stage, and just get into the rhythm of trying to move through the transition. So you don't have to do like any of these fancy, you see the guys and they'll be like, and they'll be doing all this shit, right? You don't have to do any of that, but just nice, simple kind of steps, right? So hit your front double bicep there again for me. And just keep those legs on. There we go. Right, front lat spread. So just arms down. Yep, boom. And up. Up, up. So elbows up and forward. Right, let me see that now. Try and bring your arms maybe. Where does your rib cage end? Right, so feel in here, like where your rib cage is. Just below the rib cage is where your thumbs should be, right? So push your fist into that point, and then from there, look, up. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, the front lat spread is a good shot for you anyway. Lovely stuff. Right, side chest. Yeah, that's good. You're a lot more closed off than you normally are now. Maybe all our quarter turn work is paying off. Good. The tricep, there we go, that's better. So on this one, right, don't pull back as much as you're pulling back, because you're kind of getting into this position here with that side tricep. You're hitting the side chest, right, and then you're going, and you're pulling back like this, right? I can't see this shoulder here, and then you're almost pulling back too much, right? So you want that shoulder to be coming across like this. Yeah. You still want to have that width across. So like hit the side chest again, and then hit the side tricep for me. So side chest first. Yeah, boom. Now hit the side tricep and just drop it down just a little bit. Yeah, and now turn towards me. There we go. That's way better. Way better. And even don't come as far back again. Like try and really like bring this in. Like bring this like forward, if you can, and then turn around a little bit more. Stay on those abs. Yeah, because you want to like just. So see the way I'm here, right? See the way you're like back here. You get me? Your hands are in the middle.
Yeah.
So when you're getting into this side tricep, right? Bring this hand here as far forward as you possibly can, because this hand just needs to come straight down. You're bringing it back like this. You get me? So bring this hand as far forward as you possibly can, and then grab, and then. Yeah. Yeah, and bring that forward, bring it in, bring it close. You almost want to think this hand comes straight down here, okay. And then try and turn around. It's hard, I know it is hard, but probably just a mobility thing. And turn. Here we go. Right? And just stay on this leg here. Stay on that leg and just come down and just stay on it. All the pressure through here. Yeah, good. You can even see your glute tensing now. Good stuff. Try and hit your Dorian variation from that, right? So right foot forward, left foot back. So here, right, when you're hitting this one, I want you to actually, when you come forward, take a larger step back, and then try and squat down into it a little bit, because you might find, right, when you actually do that, you're able to get yourself. Joe, you're up high like this. It's like it's very hard because your torso is so upright. Whereas when you lean into it, when you lean into that Dorian a little bit like that, you can actually like squat down and like get in, and it's a little bit easier to kind of rotate almost. Yeah. Just practice on those ones. Right, so back shots. Same thing here now with the leg. So back double bicep, get your feet set up first, left foot first, then right foot. Back lat spread. Yeah, good, that's better. Now come around into the abs and thigh, take as little steps as you possibly can. Boom, boom, and then boom, quad straight forward. Yeah, stay on it. Now straight transition in, stay on the abs. Good. With your legs here on this one. So I would try and like bring one leg like forward, like out in front. You get me? So you're coming out to the abs and thigh, you're very out like this, right? Have this foot out and then boom, have this one straight forward and almost like sit your adductors on top of each other and then like highlight whatever leg is your good leg. And then from there, crunch down into the abs. You almost want to sit those hips backwards a little bit, right? Yeah. So bring that leg forward, tense that quad, sit back into the hips a little bit and then come down. Yeah, good. And then now, and then straight transition in. You don't even have to, all you have to do is just move that foot a little bit forward again. There we go. Good. Yeah, that's something that's just practice well. And then it's literally just most muscular. Good. Don't forget to breathe either. Like, you know, you're almost like holding yourself, holding your breath. And then you can stay on that then and you breathe through your nose. Now hold that and just breathe through your nose. See? So that's what you have to do when you're holding those poses. Because in the PCA, they'll make you hold your poses. I remember when I came out for the PCA Manchester and they were like, right gentlemen, front relax. And I went like this, right?
Yeah.
And they started going, ladies and gentlemen, give a round of applause for your novice bodybuilders. And then everyone started clapping. And we were holding this for about 30 seconds, right? So like, if you're then, and you're resetting and stuff like that, you need to have that endurance. So when you send me your check-in photos, right, from now on, I want you to send me a video as well, but try in every single pose, hold it for like 3 seconds. You can even get like an app and you can start doing this, right? So like front relax. And breathe through your nose or breathe out. Like hold your core, but breathe, right? And then when you get into that quarter turn then. 2, 3. Then turn around, right? As least steps as possible. Get in. Boom. And then hold that. 1, 2, 3. And when you're holding it, everything stays tense. Do you know what I mean? Like get in, get the legs set. Boom, and just like keep it tense, keep it there. Then when you're turning around again, just get into it as quick as you can. And when you breathe out and breathe down, hold all the musculature, but then if you need to breathe through the nose, you know? And just practice then like kind of holding the midsection, hold the pose and tensing. You're tensing the whole time. You're keeping everything nice and tight. So yeah, it'll just be like practice, practice, practice. And I think with your mandatories as well, like the front shots are pretty good, like the front double biceps, front lat spread. I think on the back shots, when I see it in person, it's actually a lot better because when I'm looking at it in the photos, you look like you're very far forward and you're not leaning back enough, but you were grand there.
Was it? Yeah.
You know, you were grand there, yeah. You were actually, yeah, it was, I think maybe it's like your phone is probably maybe a little bit lower or something. Yeah, but try and maybe lean back a little bit more on those because the judges will be a little bit lower. But just those quarter turns need a little bit of work, right? And just always make sure, like when you're getting into it, foot, glute, tense, hips, shoulders, abs, and then you're holding that. Do you know? Be going through those cues in your mind when you're getting in. All right, guys, job done. So we're just outside in the lobby in Extreme. Conor, how was the session? Hold on a second. You're all out of focus again. There we go. Now I'm out of focus. Finally in focus. So how was the session?
Very good, sir.
Very good, very good. We did pump secured. We did a couple of rounds of posing afterwards, and Conor's endurance definitely needs to be improved now before he gets on stage. So I've given him some homework that he can go away and he can get to work on. So that's the plan of action. Send me across a couple of videos, tweak a couple of poses. But yeah, he's in a good position anyway for 9 weeks out now. So yeah, just finished the deload diet break. Back on the baseline food this week, and then we will likely drop the hammer big time from next week and look to pull the remainder off. But definitely looking forward to his show now at the end of the year. Haven't had a client on stage since Chloe last year, and obviously that was a very stressful situation with her being my partner and me competing on the same day. So at least I will not be competing. I'll just be there as a coach for Conor, and we're staying in the same apartment up in Derry, so that'll be nice. So I'll be there the day or two before and be able to see him in person and stuff and get the pump session in, and I'll be able to run around and do all his errands for him, go to the shop for him and all that stuff, so he could just relax, chill out. He'll be getting the all-star coach treatment. So yeah guys, we're just here now in the lobby, like I said, eating our post-workout meal before Conor goes back to Limerick. I need to go to Tesco and do my shopping, and then probably box off a couple of steps. I might actually go back into the gym and do a couple of steps, to be honest, because I've none done so far, because it is fucking rainy and miserable as fuck in Ireland today. I was just telling Conor the weather was much better in the UK, and he said it's been miserable here for the last couple of weeks. So not ideal, but it is what it is. Still nice to be home nonetheless. But hopefully my wedding on not my wedding, my cousin's wedding on Friday is not like this, because if it's a washout I'll be snapping, especially because I got like a summery suit. I got like a beige fucking suit, so if it's a washout I look like some fucking tosser in the beige suit. But anyway, it is what it is. So I'll leave that there guys, and I'll touch base with you soon.